So the first thing you have to remember when it comes to putting your makeup under your face mask is you have to avoid any kinds of moisturizer. Kay any kinds of moisturizer will only defeat the purpose of prolonging your makeup. So I suggest going straight to SPF. So it's okay to use any cream SPF, pero I suggest if makakita mo spray SPF, much better. So we'll be using the Sun Glow Sun Mist SPF 50. This next product I'm going to show you is actually a secret of many makeup artists. This is not a cosmetic product, so I'm just going to show you. So this is the Milk of Magnesia. So kani gigamit ni sa ubang makeup artist para mulas ang mga makeup. And for how many years ako na ning proven and tested na nina ako. I use this on my clients as well. So yeah, I only put a little amount on the cap. So, I suggest using a disposable sponge kay these product kasi will only destroy a beauty blender. So, yeah. You're only going to put it on the places where you want it to be matte. Like, your T-zone or your cheeks. And especially now that you're wearing mask, I suggest putting also this around your mouth. Kay this will make your foundation stick better and this will make your makeup last a little bit better. So, using a disposable sponge, don't be afraid if it dries down white, okay? It's bound to do that. Milk of Magnesia tends to dry a little bit white on the skin, but it's okay. We're going to cover up with foundation. So the next thing is you have to remember to always use a foundation that is meant for longevity. So, ang dapat nato gamitin na foundation is kanang dapat long wearing. There's a couple of products I'm going to recommend to you. I have the L'Oreal Pro Long Wear. I also have the Maybelline Super Stay. So, these products I highly recommend kay kani sila nga mga foundation dugay yun kay ni sila mawala sa naong, and I use this on my clients as well. So this time I will be using the Super Stay kay wala ko'y shade ani for myself. So using a damp beauty sponge. So the next product where you're going to be applying is concealer. So same as the foundation, your concealer should be proven long wearing kay para dili pulisid throughout the day. So the concealer I'm gonna be using is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. Just put it on the areas where you want to brighten up or cover. Like under the eye. You don't have to put too much. I only like to put too much. You don't have to put any product here, ha? That's just me. Because you're only going to cover it using the face mask. I'm hoping for some brighter days. 'Cause I'm falling in the snow, it's getting deep. You have to also put on the bridge of the nose. Blending using the beauty blender. Diba? Full kayo, no? The next, in this part, you have to be careful and not touch your brows. But if you touch your brows, that's okay. Just fill it in early. Just fill it in later. Using the Caroline contour stick. I don't like putting contour on my cheeks kay we're only going to be we're wearing face mask, so igihapon mo makakita, di ba, sa akong face. I only want to contour the upper part of my nose because mora ni siya nga part ang makita pag magsuot kag face mask. So just here. Like that. know it looks dark at first, so we're going to blend it out later. So the more you go inwards with your contour, the slimmer your nose is going to look. I'm just going to take it all the way, okay? I will only be taking pictures after this. So your nose contour should always be following your eyebrows, ha? This shouldn't be looking separated. I will be blending with my fingers. You don't have to use beauty blender. If you don't have beauty blender at home, your fingers will do. I know it looks scary, so we're going to blend it out with a beauty blender. So the next cream product we're going to be using is a cream blush. So I have the Happy Skin On The Go blush because mara ni siya nga cream blush nga na ako karon. So any cream blushes will do. Blushes. So you're just going to have to put it here. If you want that drunk blush effect, then go ahead. Using your handy dandy beauty blender, we're going to blend it out again. Ready? So what's left over on my sponge, I'm going to run it on my nose to give it that drunk blush effect. After you're done with all the cream products, it is essential that you all set it with the powder. So the loose powder I'm going to be using is an affordable one. I'm going to be using the Nishido final powder. This is in the shade Creamy Glow. So I'm going to be taking a little bit on the top. So with the sponge, you have to, especially if you're oily, you have to bake underneath your eyes and on your T-zone kay para mas dugay mo last ang makeup sa inyo. So you have to bake. So nga nung mag-bake, no? For me, I have oily skin, so baking helps the makeup. The baking makes the makeup last longer. For me, ha? So if you take your bake a little bit closer on the nose contour that you made earlier, this will help narrow down your nose. So kanang sa mga simple ra nga mga babayi, okay raw dili pa mag-bake. You just kanang pwede ra mo go straight sa inyohang mga loose powder or pressed powder. Pressed powder will do. But much better for me if you ask a loose powder. Bake. So I am baking wherever part I get oily. So that's usually besides the nose and on my T-zone. Don't inhale the powder, guys. It's bad for you. And sa the rest of your face, I'm going to be setting with what's left on the loose powder nga akong ikuha. Don't go too hard with your products, ha? So, my camera just died. So, I'm sorry about that. Like what I said earlier, I will be applying my blush with the Juvia's Place. I use this on my client too. Proven and tested, this is one of my favorite blush kits. I will be using these shades right here. The 3 shades right here. Don't put too much. So, smile. Kung asa ni mo gibutang yung blush, cream blush, nga tara pud mo ibutang yung blush. So, smile. Don't go too low with your blush. So, like what I said, after putting your cream products on your face, you have to set. So, the only thing I won't be setting is my nose contour kay If iset pa na ako, putok na jud kayo, and I will not be going anywhere after this. If you want to spice up your look, you can play with your eyes. If you want to use eyeshadow, you can. So, for me, if you put face mask and your eyes are done beautifully, so diba, mas seductive siya tanawon, mas sexy siya tanawon. So, for this, I'm going to pull you guys a little bit closer. Ay, magkahadlo. So, for our eyeshadow to last, I will be using the same concealer that I use on my face as a base. You only have to put a little bit. This will ensure the longevity of your eyeshadow, guys. With the Beauty Blender, after putting a base on your eyelid, I will be setting the concealer with a loose powder. I don't know how YouTubers do this stuff by the way. So with a big fluffy brush, this is the Anklets, the one that comes with a complete eye set. This is one of my favorite brushes. This is the bigger fluffy brush. I can't talk. I will be using the ColourPop Bare Necessities palette. So, nindot kayo siya nga palette, no? If you want to do a natural look or a dramatic look, you can do this with this palette. Actually, this palette will be perfect for brides. I will be using a soft brown on the crease. I think may gamay ni siya nga pink undertone. You don't have to be wearing eyeshadow, ha? Extra lang jud ko. So, I will be using this as a transition shade. Don't go too high with your shadows. The circular motion blend. The next shadow I will be using is this one. This is in the shade Tabloid. I will be using a smaller brush for this to make the application more precise. So yeah, a little bit of Tabloid on the outer V. Now your eyes are more defined. So going back to the big fluffy brush you used earlier, you just have to blend again. Blend the two colors. So I think I always have to remember to keep my mirror down to avoid blocking you. Next product I will be using is the Stila Glitter and Glow Liquid Glitter. So, proven and tested niya siya nga mga products, guys. This kanang liquid glitter last all day. I use this on my brides too, or any of my clients. Proven and tested, they last. So, I will be putting it only on the inner corners. Inner third. You have to blend it right away because they dry down fast. With your pinky. I will be using the Maybelline New York Hyper Sharp Black Liquid Liner. So, I'm just going to create a little wing there sa outer part sa akong eyes. Start with thin lines kay para ma-adjust pa nimo. Unlike going on right away with a thick line, it will be harder for you to kanang go back if ever masayop ka. So, yeah. Yan lang. Gamay lang yun, a baby wing. I will also be putting a liquid liner on the inner corner of your eye. Uso na karon. We call it the Foxy eyeshadow look. So my camera died and I had to charge it again. So what I just did is I just cleaned up the eyes. I placed an eyeshadow underneath my lower lash line. I basically baked the center of my face again because I know mauna siya ka mga lugar kung asa ko panington. Mapod na siya mga unang lugar kung asa ko mawala ang makeup ko na. So the center of my nose. The upper part of my lip. With the same loose powder, I'm also going to clean up my hair to make my cheekbones, my non-existent cheekbone spot. So don't be afraid if it's too much powder, ha? The more powder, the better if you're oily. So, after you're done baking, with the same loose powder again, sweep off the bake. And next, time for highlight. So, the highlight, you don't have to put on highlight, ha, kay matabunan naman gihapon nga portion sa face mask. So, the only part I will be putting on the highlight is the tip of my nose and the bridge. Going through what we did to the face with the powder. Mag-try run na lang sa powder. Lukupatan natin yung face powder. Then, remove any product on your lips kay waman gihapoy gamit kay di makita ni mong lips. So, avoid na lang, di na lang masulot yung lipstick. Going through my upper lip. And your